What's poppin', y'all? Brooklyn Boys Radio, back again with another episode.
And we back. I'm sorry I'm looking at my phone, y'all.
Yo, son, you be wild.
Nah, because I was trying to fix something on my screen, man.
Come
my
on.
bad. How you, man?
You got a new Samsung
I'm a Samsung man.
0.5?
I love Samsung.
That's a fake phone.
It's not a fake phone.
It's not even real. You might as well just get
That's
yourself.
why the feds pick
you might as well get a piece
up off that iPhone.
Nah, you might as well get a piece of oak tag with
Listen,
an antenna.
I got a homegirl. She worked for a big law firm, big law firm, and she says 90% of her cases.
What's the difference between a big law firm and a big law firm?
Oh, whatever, B. Like I said, 90% of her cases, iPhone cooperates with the feds, and she said if you're having a real crazy conversation, do not even turn your phone off. Take your phone out of the room and walk out of the room because your iPhone is always recording.
As of what I heard, 90% of the conversations ain't the iPhone. It's actually Praz from the Fugees.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that today. Yeah, we're going to get into that. That's crazy. Yes, what's good, though, bro?
You know, doing what I do when I do it.
You look toasty.
I am what I am, and that's all that I am because I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Just drink some of that water, bro.
Oh, don't come on, see? I see what the theme of today's show is going to be.
No, I ain't gonna fuck with you today. I'm gonna leave you alone. So what's poppin', man? We had like a week off kind of weird way because of E Legendary. Let's just blame E.
E has not been acting legendary, people.
Niggas named Subpar E. Take the legendary
Subpar
E. What's up, Subpar?
Yo, E, how you feel about that?
Yeah, all right, get the fuck out of here, E.
You're good. You're just not good at what you do.
This nigga been telling me he had computer problems for the last 3 weeks, bro.
There you go. I mean, it happens, you know.
Oh, my God. Lights. We already filmed it.
It's Mercury retrograde. New aspect, new perspective has been introduced.
Okay.
You know, because electrical, mechanical, whatever, equipment goes crazy during retrograde. I've been learning stuff like this.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I don't even know what that is, bro. I have no idea. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So what's good, man?
I'm good.
I'm laughing. Y'all understand we got like inside jokes going on, so y'all got to bear with us till we get all the laughs and stuff out. But nah, for real though.
Ha 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 ha. Check out this bazaar.
Well, we're gonna get this out the way real quick. Quick R.I.P. to Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte.
The singer, actor,
activist, big fixture. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't know, even as far as Godfather of Harlem, when I did the research on Malcolm X, Harry Belafonte, Ruby D.
Okay.
Also Ozzie Davis had a lot to do with what Malcolm X was trying to do and just providing them all types of support. And I remember one night I was at Red Rooster, Harry Belafonte was there, and I got to, salute him. Salute Harry.
Man, R.I.P. to you.
Salute Harry.
Yeah, R.I.P. to you, man, and thank you for all your works, contribution that you've done for the black people in America, man. Appreciate it, and abroad.
And this was Conversation Corner with Styles.
Yeah, but real quick though, did you see the Davis fight, man? I don't know if you seen the Davis fight this week.
Javonta? Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, yo. The fight was incredible. For those that lost money, a lot of people was trying to. I'm not a betting man, but a lot of people was calling my phone. All you niggas that was calling my phone, talking about Garcia, it didn't work out. It didn't happen for him.
It never works out that way, though.
Yeah. I feel like that I'm Tank and you Garcia. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Of course you feel like that. You feel like I'm Tank.
Hit you with a rib shot, tap your jaw, drop you and all that shit. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? See?
First of all,
that's how Garcia was acting the whole time.
First of all,
Garcia, shut the fuck up.
I'm not Spanish. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you right next to the Dominicans, right next to Haiti, man. You good, man. But nah, big up to Tank Davis. It was a great fight. Had a couple of the fellas over at my crib. We watched the fight. We had a good time, man. We enjoyed the fight. It was an excellent fight, man. Had a good time that night.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Eventful, entertaining.
Yo, but one of the funniest memes, I don't know who dude was on Instagram. I seen. Yo, he had the funniest meme, bro. He was like reaching into his fridge, his freezer. He was on the floor. He was like, all the peas fell out. He said, this is when Garcia got home. And he was like, lift up his shirt and put the peas inside his. I just thought that was funny, man.
I don't get it.
You know how you get a knot on your head, you put ice on your head or the bag of frozen vegetables. He put the bag of frozen peas on the side.
I don't get it.
Anyway, dealing with this dude. Anyway, man, big up
get
to
it.
Tank Davis. Yo, Crawford and what's homeboy name? And Spence. Y'all need to get in the ring. Stop bullshitting. We need to see the real big fighters fight, man. I'm tired of everybody ducking and moving away from each other. Let's get the big fights on. That's what the fans want to see. Big up to the Knicks right now.
Knicks.
It looked like they will be closing out Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Tonight is the night y'all probably, hopefully by next week when this come out.
Talk about a setup for failure.
No. It's in the fourth quarter right
No,
now.
I'm talking about the build up because I mean, will this be the year that they break the curse?
Nah, it doesn't mean it don't have to. It's just that at least they got into the playoff this year, man. So big up to the Knicks. I'm gonna look at the score now.
That's so crazy because any other fan of any other team would have said, "Yeah, this the year."
Nah,
but
because
because it's the Knicks, he said, "Nah, that's not what it means."
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. It's because they've been, in the doghouse for a
Give
long
credit
time.
where it's due. Give credit where it's due.
And it shows signs of improvement. So I just want to see where they at right now, bro.
You know you do bad when people are the bar that's set for you is second
Knicks,
or third best.
Knicks closed out Cleveland Cavaliers, y'all. So y'all already gonna know this, but they closed out. So I'm excited because we had the tape. I'm excited. Knicks closed them out. So we good. Knicks closed them out in 5 games. So yeah.
So I'm saying, do you think this?
Big up New York City! But go ahead, I'm hype.
This is just a sample of what you will get if the Knicks win.
Oh yeah, nah, we're hype.
They gonna tear New York City.
Now don't get me wrong. Look, I'm a LeBron fan. So
You're not a LeBron fan. Oh yeah, you are right. You're right. You are a
I'm a
LeBron fan.
So
you follow LeBron anyway.
Yes, I'm rooting for the Lakers to win. They not winning right now, but Knicks. Big up to the 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 Knicks. I'm hyped right now. I didn't know that was gonna happen tonight. So everybody was thinking they were gonna close out on Friday, but they closed out today. So
do you think they'll break the curse this year?
I don't know. This guy's NBA's real crazy this year, bro.
Just say yeah, bro.
No, NBA's real crazy. It's like right now Milwaukee about to lose to Miami. So that's the number 1 seed going against the 8th seed. So it's like it's bugged out. It's just anything can happen this year.
So that means it's a possibility.
Anything is possible this year. But big up to the Knicks, man.
Good thing about me, I don't give up about sports.
I'm hype about the sports, man. So big up to the Knicks. Real excited about
But
that.
big up to a New York team doing New York things.
Yeah, I think the Islanders too are in the playoffs right now too. I don't watch hockey, but
Do you know that hockey was started by black people?
yeah, I just read something like that the other day.
In Canada. It's so crazy because my man Jim Atchison, who is one of the executive producers of Godfather of Harlem, had reached out to me because he had a series that he was trying to bring forth the network with the NHL. He had the NHL backing him up called Black Ice, and it was based on a book. And it's because hockey was started by a group of black guys in Canada.
Yeah, I just saw that. I saw that on some random TikTok thing the other day, and I was like, what? And then I looked it up on Google, and it was true. Right? I never knew that. So, big up to the black hockey players, man. I ain't never knew that, man. Black people out here inventing all kinds of stuff, man.
Oh.
Big up to all the black people out there, man. I'm happy to be black. You know what I'm saying? So, big up to all the black people out there. Real quick, want to big up Martin Lawrence, who gave us all kinds of
Martin Lawrence
laughs.
got a star on
a
the
star.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, so big up to Martin Lawrence, man. Like, big up to you, Martin, because Martin's one of my favorite.
Although I never thought you were that funny.
What?
It was intentional humor, bro. But
gotta
no,
get this guy.
not to take anything away from Martin. Listen, it's not to say you weren't funny to everybody else, but to me it was silly.
On his defense, he's just a weird nigga, so like you gotta be able to do. But Martin, I still watch late nights and still watch Martin like at nighttime. So, and I'm still laughing at episodes that I saw 100 times. So for me, big up to Martin Lawrence.
Nah, definitely big up to Martin Lawrence.
know what I
Well
mean?
deserved, man. You put in that effort, you put in that work, you get the reward.
And well wishes to Jamie Foxx, man. I heard he had a serious medical situation. He's still in the hospital.
Yeah.
To his family and only his friends. You know, I don't know Jamie Foxx, but look into stem cell research again. It helps and clear up a lot of things. So
Shameless plug.
yeah, I'm not telling him where to go, but get the stem cells. Yeah, get the stem cells. It really help out. My mom, I don't know what's going on with Jamie Foxx, but my mom had a stroke, and then stem cells helped out with that. So, like I'm saying to you, stem cells Go get it. A lot of people don't know about it, but do your research on it and find somebody that can get you some good stem cells.
Stem cells, people.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so what else was good, bro? I got some topics today.
What's the topics? What's the top peasies?
Well, not really. Before we get into topics, I seen something crazy. So, you know, I'm a homeowner. And I seen something kind of crazy, and I was talking to a homeowner friend of mine, but they do Airbnb.
Okay.
Right? And they were talking about cameras and like they're gonna put more cameras in their homes.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But then I saw a video that came up and this guy who rents his apartment out had cameras all through the house. Homeboy found like something like 15 cameras in the house.
Oh, I saw that. That was kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy, right?
But I think the issue with that wasn't that there were cameras in the house, but the cameras were hidden.
Yeah. They was hitting cameras all through the crib.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. But the cameras were hidden. Like he literally had to break through the drywall to see that the cameras are there. It's different to understand that you're renting a home and the landlord is monitoring what's going on, right?
Outside the house, yes, not inside the house.
No. Even if it's bro, if it's an Airbnb, the law is as long as it's not the bathroom, they can have surveillance.
Yeah, I don't know how it work out. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Aside it. Because it's no different than a business. Think about it. A business can have surveillance all within the business. The only place that they cannot have surveillance is in the bathroom. It's in the bathroom.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Airbnb, you got a shorty in the crib, you get some on the couch.
I get it.
Like that.
But what I'm saying
you
is,
want to get some in the kitchen. Like
the issue with that
you know what I'm saying? Like,
situation.
what we doing here? I don't know about that one. That sounds kind of crazy.
But the issue with that situation is also that the cameras were hidden.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Because
any Airbnb, I don't know how it works. I don't know the law on it, but any Airbnb, anybody who's renting an apartment, a unit, it shouldn't be cameras outside the unit. Yes.
Okay.
But inside the unit.
Now, question. Think about this. You go on Airbnb's website. Mm-hmm. You're looking for a 2-bedroom. You see 2-bedroom apartment, whatever. Has every amenity, every single whatever you're looking for. And it also says full surveillance throughout, other than the bathroom, right?
But somebody could look that up. Is that legal anyway? I don't think that's a legal thing.
No, it is legal. The only place that they can't have surveillance is the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. But like I said, I don't know about that. Like you got an Airbnb, I think somebody gonna be comfortable. You feel like it's home. It's like a hotel room, right? Like, okay, cool. You come out in your hotel room. Even if you got the suite, you come out in the suite area. You come out naked. Usually, you walk in a home place where you sleep and rest your head. You feel comfortable. You might have
Some people like being watched.
Huh?
Some people like being watched.
Oh, no, I don't know about that, man.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Guy's crazy,
bro.
man.
I'm dead serious.
So you say people just say, "Yo, I take it because I want somebody to watch me."
Some people like being watched. Some people like the feeling of that. Like
Yeah. All right, cool, man. I know each his own, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But other news in New York City, I see they bringing 4 robots to New York City, which is kind of crazy. Like 4 different robot units. I think like 2 are dogs and something is like 2 or something else. How you feel about robot surveillance, man, on the streets?
I ain't studying that. I mean, even the dog. I think a lot. We have to inform ourselves before we make a decision. Like even the dog is just for surveillance. Like the dog is not chasing people down. It's not doing the duties of a police dog. The dog is actually in dangerous situations where they could send the dog in to surveil what's going on in that area. You know what I mean?
So the dog don't attack, don't do
no,
like
the dog
that.
doesn't do none of that shit.
Yeah,
the dog is just
so dog can't like sniff drugs, can't detect none of that.
No, it's not none of that.
So what the
Because
dog?
I read it.
What is the dog for?
So let's say if you have a situation where an active shooter's in the school. They send the dog in to surveil, right? To see where.
Is the dog bulletproof? Like, what the fuck?
It's a robot, of course it's.
It sounds crazy, man. Listen, man. Can you kick the dog? Can you violate the dog?
I'm sure you can kick the dog.
I'm just saying.
You can do whatever. The dog can't defend itself.
I'm about to say that. You know, if you kick a police dog or you like shoot a police dog, it's like shooting.
Yeah, but it's destroying city property.
Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know about what New York City's doing. I know we can use the money in other places, but hey,
places like what?
other places. We can use it for after school, keep the kids off the street. We can use it in other methods.
You think after school programs to keep the kids off the street?
Listen, I think after school.
Because the kids that want to be on the street
That's not true.
ain't gonna stop being on the street because of after school
not,
programs.
that's definitely
Hey,
not true.
Kenny, let's go play basketball. Fuck
definitely
you.
not
I'd rather
true.
go sell drugs.
No, that's not true. I was in the park doing crazy shit at a teenager age.
What type of crazy shit?
Oh, you know, playing around with the drugs.
Snitch time with stop.
Yeah, you know, just stupid shit. And the program actually saved me. Urban Strategies, man, they actually saved me. Dude promised me a job. Told me if I come to the program, for the next 2-3 weeks, he'd get us a job. And it was a bunch of us. 2 of us got a job because everybody else wanted to stay in the park.
What job you got?
I worked in the daycare, man.
What y'all was doing in the park?
Doing stupid shit. But anyway, I worked in a daycare. I was making sandwiches and cleaning dish trays and stuff in the basement.
Did you ever eat any of the sandwiches
I
you
ate
made?
mad peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, bro. Mad peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Crazy.
And there was a mad Jamaican down there named Shakespeare. He used to get mad when we threw away the food. Like when the bread and stuff come back downstairs, if it was a whole piece of bread, you could just never throw it in the garbage. He said that was just wasting food, so we had to wet the bread to make it uneatable for us to throw the bread away. It was bugged out in there at that time, bro. So, yeah, so big up to those programs out there because I had a choice. You all right, bro? Why you keep looking over there?
I'm chilling.
This guy. Yeah, so, so quick question, bro. Let me ask you something. I saw this video the other day, and it had this girl, and she was at her man's house, and she brought another dude to her man's crib while he was at work. And he caught it on surveillance. He had a camera, talking about cameras and Airbnbs. He had a camera in his hallway, and she kissing the dude, making out with him, and she brings him in the house and let him out. So my question.
He saw this on the video?
Yes, saw it on the video. His girl. So when I seen the video, I thought I was so hot. I was pissed off. I'm like, yo, who would bring like somebody else
Disrespectful.
to somebody else's crib? I know for me, right? The easiest way to get me to be focused, like in a relationship, I'm gonna be honest with you, is if I live with a woman.
It's
right?
what?
If I live with a woman.
Okay.
I would never bring a woman to my house.
That's a violation.
I would never bring a woman to another woman's house. You know what I'm saying? If she left me there for a month,
That's violation.
I would never bring nobody there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know how you could bring somebody else to somebody else's space. Like, what do you think about that?
No, I think that's crazy. I
Have you
think
experienced something like that?
as men, there's a level of respect that we need to have not only for others but even for ourselves. Like to bring someone into the space that you share with your partner, bro, you disrespecting you.
So what if you had you live by yourself, right? What if you left your shorty there, and you looked on your camera and you saw that you looked on your ring and you saw she brought another dude to the crib?
That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy. Honestly, if I saw something like that, it would just be over.
Yeah, bro.
It would no. It would just literally like
I don't.
change all the sheets, whatever, and it should be done. That's a level of disrespect. Yo, bro, that's not even just infidelity. That person doesn't respect you.
100%. Not only that, if I saw my camera my shorty bought another shorty,
Here we go. We already know where this is going.
I'm running home from work, bro.
We already know where this is going.
I'm running home from work. I'm about to dive in. You know what I'm saying? I'm running straight home from work. But it's also all jokes aside. But
Even if she's never had that conversation with you about her liking women?
you know me, I don't care about that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you don't think that you're training her to disrespect you?
No, I don't think so. I think she knows me. She know what I like, so she just was practicing. You know what I'm saying? It's all
But what
good.
if you get there and she says, no, this isn't for you.
I'm gonna
this
say,
is
yeah,
for
I
me."
gotta get out. It's not fair. It's not sharing is caring. You don't care about
Then
me. You
that
gotta go.
means, see? Yeah, okay.
So let me ask you the question. Let me ask you this question. So I like where we go with this. So what are some of the rules you feel like in cheating? Say you deal with a girl, right? And you find out she cheated on you. What is the things that you feel like you could never come back from?
Bruh, she cheated on me. That's the thing I could never come back from.
I hear you. Now I think that sometimes some things happen, right? Like some years may pass, some months may
I
pass.
don't give a fuck about none of that,
If she
Styles.
ate a nigga ass, I ain't never going back.
Yo,
B.
Styles.
I'm just telling you.
No, nigga.
I'm just telling
Yo,
you.
Styles.
I'm never going back.
If she ever gave another man a reason to feel like he got something on me or that she's I'm good, bro.
Listen, like I said, if she took some penis from the nigga, maybe we can get back later on. I don't know. It'd be hard. It'd be hard.
So if a man penetrated your woman, there's a chance.
No, listen, bro.
Listen.
I'm
Let
saying-
me
I'm saying,
finish.
which
Let me
out of
finish
chef-
the question. Let
I
me
know what
finish
you
the
gonna say
question.
already. If
So
a
if a
man has sex
man
with her,
penetrated your woman, there's a
Listen,
chance
let me tell
that
you
you
this.
could go back.
Let me tell you this. What I'm saying to you is, it depends on the circumstances this shit happen, right? Love.
What do you mean? What circumstances?
Maybe I did something. Maybe.
Okay,
maybe,
so you
neglect. Maybe I wasn't home. Maybe I don't know what the case is. But I'm saying maybe after some therapy, after some talking through, we could fix it, right? But there's certain things that'd be like if she said, "Yo, yeah, but you know, I gave him head and I licked his ass or some shit," I probably won't go back. Like, I think it's some things in cheating. If something happens in a relationship, you can probably find yourself and work it through. You can have conversations, and you can work through those things, right?
Okay,
and
I
then
can
there's some
understand
things
that.
that you could probably never
I'm
overcome.
just
like if a chick.
I'm just not one of those guys.
Oh, cool. Like if a chick went in my crib and if she stole money from me, it's something that we can never work out. Like I could never. It's not only
Yeah, but
cheating.
that's different. That's not cheating.
No, it's not. Well, I'm just saying in a relationship with that could classify as me just leaving you alone for good. Like it's certain things. If you disrespect my mother or my kid, like there's really no coming back from a couple of these things. You know what I'm saying? But in the cheating realm, in the bedroom realm, I could never. You know what I'm saying? Certain things in the bedroom I would probably. Sex, I probably could get over.
So you can get over a dude foxing your woman?
Yo, this guy's crazy.
No, I'm just asking the question. I'm
Yo.
just curious.
I'm saying, yo, I don't. Y'all find this dude that.
Because I will never be that grown.
No,
I will
bro,
never
I hear
mature
you.
to that point.
I think some things. Listen, there's hope for people, man. Listen. I think you can have a conversation, and y'all can work some things out, man.
You good.
I think you could probably have some counseling and work it out.
You are better than me.
I'm not saying if I'm better than you or worse than you. I'm just saying people have worked out.
I'm telling you, you're better than me.
Okay, cool. I'm better than you, man.
You're better than me.
I strive to be that way, man.
Because once my woman chooses to sleep with another man,
it's a wrap.
So
look, some other celebrity news real quick, man. I don't know if you've seen this in the news. Designer,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
he was on a plane and said he was masturbating, jacking off on the plane, bro. Jacking off on the plane.
Snakes on the plane.
In front of some stewardess on the plane. And then checked himself into like a institution to seek help for some mental health.
How do you feel about that?
I don't understand, bro.
I don't either.
Did they ask him to do this? Like,
I don't.
What possesses you to go, yo, I'm gonna pull out my joint and beat off to the stewardess?
I don't. But then no. But it's the fact that he gave an explanation. He said that he was in Japan for a while with no vagina, and he said he was horny, and he got on the plane, and he saw the stewardess. He found her attractive. He couldn't contain himself. This is what he said. He saw the stewardess. He couldn't contain himself. And then after the fact, it's, yo, I'm losing my mind, blah, blah, blah.
So wait a minute. Yo, there's so much to unpack here. So he literally went on a plane and was like, yo, oh, shorty hot, and just pulled it out and started.
This is what I'm saying. Like, and this is something we speak to all the time. Like, bro, the importance of, as a man, one of the most important things is discipline, bro.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Because all the time I say maybe they liked him or something like that. He said they gave him an indication. Like, I'm trying to make an excuse for, like, why would you? Because I can't think of the life of me. Why would you go on a plane, pull your joint
bro,
out,
even if
and spank it?
Even if they liked you, why would you
Mo, I'm not saying that even if they liked them to do it. what I'm saying, I'm trying to give the homie a benefit of the doubt and ask,
But
why
even
would
if
you
they
spank?
like you, that's not a benefit
I'm
of
not,
the
yo,
doubt.
Mo, listen, I hear what you're telling me. What I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to find something other. You can't be that. Maybe he is losing it. Maybe brother is kind of cuckoo.
Yeah, I mean,
Cause that's not rational, bro.
But these dudes pop pills and all of that, so there's nothing to say about what their mindset is in. But to me,
Did he finish?
I don't know.
I'm saying I don't know what the article said. I just saw the headline.
I don't know. I think we just have to stop acting like this shit is cool and
Nah, it's not cool, bro.
stop making
He
excuses
gotta
and
go.
stop making excuses for people,
And guess what?
man.
And, you know, listen, man. I don't want to send nobody to prison or jail or nothing like that. But if you're doing shit like that,
Because that is
I
the
don't.
trend today.
I don't know if the mental institution for that. You might need to go sit down for a couple of months and you know, fix yourself. If you're gonna spank your monkey in front of a group of women like that, that's kind of bugged out. I just saw, you know, the capture in line, and I read it, and I was like, what? I didn't know it was all that.
No,
bro.
that shit crazy. That shit crazy, bro. Like I just don't get it, you know. And once again, mental illness is real. Mental illness is
So
real.
if it's mental illness, okay, say if it's a case of mental illness, this, if it's that, do you still go sit down and go to jail, or you go to an institution? Or
you do one or the other. You do one or the
You gotta
other.
pay for that, bro. Cause that was my kid. He did that in front of. He gotta go sit down.
This one. You do one or the other.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Sorry for
Because
you
can't undo the trauma that you basically bestowed upon whoever was within that. You understand? But like I said, it's the fact that he said, like, I was out there for a minute, I ain't get no ass. And now I seen short, like that to me is just like, what?
Yeah, that's a little hard pill to swallow. Yo, Suave, ain't that your man?
Yeah.
Suave, ain't that your man? Ain't designing your peoples and shit?
Yo,
like,
but I ain't understand because I thought he had broads in Atlanta.
I got broads in Atlanta. Used to. I guess he ain't got no broads in Atlanta. Maybe he's trying to make his way back to
He
Atlanta.
should have took a flight to Atlanta, bro. Like it's that simple.
Man, yeah, that's crazy.
And you know what's crazy is, and I don't really talk about personal shit with me, and it's so crazy because like my lady friend, we had this conversation today, and for some reason she brought up masturbation. I'm like, yo, I may masturbate once every 6 months, 4 or 5. You know, and she's just like, no way, and I'm like, nah. And you know that's one thing with me. Like I
don't know nothing about it.
No.
I don't know nothing.
All right, hold on.
I don't know nothing.
You're right. No, and what I mean by that is,
He trying to put it on me. Yo, Small.
Nah, hold on.
Did you see what this nigga?
Oh my God.
Yo, you know, no, I don't know nothing,
hold on,
bro.
hold on. I'm not.
All right, cool.
I'm not.
Just making sure.
And that's because we have conversation. I'm not sexually driven, bro, like that.
Okay,
You understand? Like,
okay.
I have that
I'm
discipline.
uncomfortable right now, bro.
Okay.
I'm like,
Maybe we'll cut this out. Who knows?
No, we're not cutting nothing out. But I'm just uncomfortable, bro. Like,
But I think as a man, that discipline sexually is very important, bro. It is. It's.
Now, listen, man, I'm all in for sexual discipline, but you know, just exposing yourself to a group of chicks with your penis out, like on a plane, like it's bugged out.
Snakes on the plane, bro. And we ain't talking Samuel L. Jackson.
Listen, bro. I don't know if he got a snake or a worm, but listen.
I don't give a fuck. Nigga, when I say snakes on the plane, I ain't talking about the size of the nigga joint.
What's going on
Yo,
with this
bro,
guy.
come on, son. Your mind going elsewhere, bro. Like,
You know. Anyway.
I got broads in Atlanta.
Anyway.
Tim Turner. And that's my joint, too.
All right, cool. I don't know who Timmy Turner is. I want to stick to this plane thing real quick though, cause I seen something on the plane. This baby was crying on the plane the other day. I seen it on set. I think it was on set on site.
Site.
Big up to Riley. We always got big up Riley.
Yo, Rizza, what up?
Right, and they was arguing. I guess because the person didn't want the baby on the plane. They'll tell your baby to stop crying, and they was having a big thing on the
How
plane.
the fuck that person up?
Check this out. And I was having a conversation with my homegirl. We was talking about it, and I was like, yo, listen, I've been on a plane. I think I said this on the show before, with babies act crazy. On
We all have. And you take it and you
deal
with it.
You gotta deal with it.
It's a baby, bro. Like,
last flight I was on, the kid just kept kicking the back of the chair. Bang! Bang! I'm like, yo. And every time I look back at the kid,
He just
Kids like this.
like it smile.
Smile,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Like,
what they do.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can't help but to laugh.
And
Like
for me, I'm just like, yo, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So we got to be easy when we say kids on the plane. I know some people have frustrated days. Some people may not be as
kids
tolerant.
are off limits, man.
No, I hear you, but some people just not tolerant. Baby.
Yeah, but we got to remember that kids are off.
And-
Children are gonna be children, and even if you're not a parent, and if you are a parent, you got to think of all the times that your child is doing some off the wall shit that you don't even understand, and it's like, man, like.
But
kids,
as a parent, though, we still have to keep our kids.
of course,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's like when I go to movies sometimes. You ever been to a movie and the kids start crying in the movie theater?
Yeah.
And you like, oh, who brought their kid to Friday the 13th?
But that's their own fault for bringing the kid to Friday the 13th.
Who brought them to
That's
Sex
where
and
it
the City?
begins.
Like I don't understand. Like,
But
some
that's
of
where
the-
it begins.
Some of the movies I be in, I don't be
So to
understanding.
ask the kid to be quiet is unfair because the kid shouldn't be here.
Be
bruh.
here. I know that, but then it's the parent. You know what I'm saying? You sit through the whole movie.
Yeah, but then why penalize the kid when the kid?
I don't think people penalize. I think because the person on the plane actually told the parent to control the kid, but you can't really control a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. 3-year-old gonna do what they want to do. Parent or no parent, right? They're gonna do what they want to do. So yeah, we gotta, I don't know, man, but parents gotta be careful and mindful where they bring their kids to. You can't control it on the plane, and people on the plane gotta be mindful of their children. So listen.
That's like snakes. You can't control the snake on a plane.
I'm not bringing no snake up with the kids on the plane. I don't. Where we going? Where we going, bro? Where we going? All right, yo, you starting to look mad, yawny, tired.
No, I'm
Scratching
chilling.
your head, your eyes are sinking. Just letting you know
chilling.
what you're looking like. You might need to go get some water in your face and come right back.
No, say no more. I'm good.
How you gonna look at this and you gonna see it? I'm just telling you.
I'm good.
All right, cool. Don't be afraid to tell them, fellas. Y'all niggas over here, B.
Tim, Darno.
So just talking about kids, just transfer. I guess since we staying on the topic of kids, could you see yourself breaking up with a woman because of her kids?
Yeah,
And why is that?
because the children will cause a rift in between the relationship, and we will eventually break up anyway.
I think people have to be mindful and have conversations because parenting skills are different. So, if somebody parenting skills is way different from yours, I think that's a conversation that could cause some breakup. And sometimes you got some unruly kids, man. I remember one time I was dating this girl out in Virginia, man. And me and this shorty was like really, really dope. Right? But it was like a long distance relationship, you know what I mean?
Story time with Styles.
Yeah, so I was dating this little shorty, man. I'll never forget Virginia, man. She was bad, I ain't gonna lie, man. Her name, I ain't gonna say her last name, but her first name was Omega back in the days. I used to
You said her first name was what? Omega?
Omega. Yeah, I met her in KP, man, in Kings Plaza.
We met everybody in Kings Plaza.
But it was
back then.
crazy how I met her in Kings
Yo,
Plaza.
bro, we used to go to Kings Plaza just to bag females.
Chicks, man. Kings Plaza was off the hook. We're gonna have a whole story.
We used to go to Kings Plaza on a Saturday. Remember D-Jazz on the second floor?
Uh-huh.
Yo, D-Jazz on the second floor. All the badass females used to work in D-Jazz.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Kings Plaza was the place. You remember when they stopped letting dudes walk in groups of 4? You had to split up because there was too much fighting and stuff going on in the plaza. But anyway, I'm in Macy's, and I go past the Mac counter.
Uh-oh. Mac is where, yeah.
Yeah, when I go past
That's late, but that's later in life.
Yeah, when I go past the Mac counter, it's this pretty girl I see. Oh my goodness, she get her makeup done. I'm like, yo, who is this girl? She's standing. And I run up the escalator and I say, nah, man, I gotta come back downstairs, man. All she could do is tell you no. Right?
So you ain't pull a designer, right?
Yo, this dude is crazy. Yeah, in the middle of Macy's. So I go up the escalator, come back down, and I wait till she finished, and I go over there. I say, yo, listen, man, I gotta say something to you, man. I just gotta take time out to say something. And I gave her my number, and we exchanged numbers, and it was like she was like, yo, I live out of town. I don't live here. So I say, look, man, it don't matter. I travel around. I was young. I was like in my early 20s at that time. But I'm like, yo, I still travel. I move around. So let's figure it out. So she took my number anyway. I think we had like one conversation and never heard from her, never seen her again. Maybe about 3 or 4 months later passed. And it was Thanksgiving. I never forget the day. I was at my mother's crib at that time, getting some food for Thanksgiving. And guess who hit me up, B?
Shorty.
Said, Happy Thanksgiving. I said, oh. And it was like attack mode from right
You
there.
went in, huh?
I'm going in. I'm writing every kind of message you could think back and forth, right? And we going in. I think I had like the Sky Page at the time, you know, the little Sky Pager joint. So I'm going in with Shorty.
That's the only thing I never had.
Sky Pager? Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
I skipped that because everybody had it and it annoyed me because
Yeah, nah, it was a cool device. So, long story short, lo and behold, Shorty comes up here. She come up here every week. By this time, yo, Mo, is so crazy between me and Shorty. I be on some boo loving on the phone all night, talking to her, and be like, I just miss you, man. I gotta see you. You know what I'm saying? And I get up in the morning, she's like, yo, I miss you too again. And she telling me all kind of stuff. And then I'm like, yo, I'm at the airport. And she, what you doing at the airport? Buying a ticket. And that's when you knew shit was crazy, because buying a ticket at the
where
airport.
she lived at?
VA. Buying a ticket at the airport
Of
and buying a
course.
ticket on
Come on, bro. That's totally different.
It's a totally different type
You
of cash
paying the highest
you probably
fucking
the highest at the counter, you paying the highest rate. And I would do this frequently. And she was coming back to see me. I was seeing her. Yo, she was so bad. I remember we went to Color Purple when we walked into the Color Purple. And remember this dude was with this fly chick in this whole mink jacket and all that. And he seen her. He hold the door open for her. And then went in behind her. And his shorty coming behind her. Yo, it was like bugged out. Because I was paying for something. I had to pay. And I told her wait inside because it was cold. And yeah, she went inside and the dude I said, yo, this crazy. That's how crazy she was. And me and her was so cool, man. I would go back and forth, meet her family, but she had a son at the time. Her son was about the same
How
age.
old were you?
I think I was about 28, 27, 28, around that time. Because her son was like 3 or 4. Sydney and him at the same time was like the same age. And when I went down there, I met her moms and whatnot, went to her mother's crib. And
You good for that.
We went all out. We went out, right? After a while, we went out to this big dinner. And I remember the son came to the dinner. So the first thing I noticed that Shorty was a little kid, but he was a little spoiled, right? They had to feed him. Like it was her mother and her stepfather at the time, they first grandchild.
I done forgot the topic. But go ahead.
Yo, this nigga's gone, B.
No, I'm not gone. I'm dead serious. But go ahead. Finish.
Talking about kids and relationships and dating.
No, because there was something that I was going to say. But go ahead.
Anyway, I'll speed it up. So,
No, I'm not asking you to speed it up.
So Shorty, you know, at the table with the mother, and they had to feed him. Like Sid, I didn't ever had to feed Sid, you know what I'm saying?
At that age.
Yeah, they was 4 years old. Sydney was like independent, like, so I seen that from the jump. So the next time I came out, she's like, yo, I really want you to meet my son for real. Like, we met him at dinner, but this time I want you to meet him for real. I'm like, all right, cool. My dude, she brought Shorty to the hotel. I used to stay at the hotel because I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't stay at our house at the time. Came to the hotel, and she said, I'm going to buy my guys, my fellas, some dinner. Yo, Mo.
You had to feed them?
No, listen. So she went and bought some food and told me to stay with the little man. And he was like cool, like when he came in, shook my hand. He was
So
mad
the
cool.
wildin'.
Son, as soon as his mother walked out the door, Shorty just kicked me right in the nuts. Bang! I'm like, yo, little man, what are you doing, man? So I'm grabbing his feet like, yo, chill out. He's like, no, I want my mother. He jumping on the bed. He jump on the dresser, jump off the dresser. He throw his shit on the floor. I'm like, yo. And I don't want to grab this kid because he ain't my kid, you know what I mean? Like, but he wildin', son. He fighting me. So I got to grab him, like, sit down, like, yo, chill out, man. Like, you got to chill out. Now I want my mother. He go, ape. So I'm sitting there like, yo, I can't, I can't do this right here. I can't. So his mother comes back. His mother's like, yo, how was he? Yo,
You ain't tell her a
like,
fucking demon?
Yeah, I was like, yo, he cool. Like, yeah. But long story short, so when we kind of was separating, I remember she telling me, like, his father wasn't around. And she was like, yo, why you just tap him on the leg or something? Like, tell him to chill out. I'm like, he's not my kid, you know what I'm saying? But I was young. She was looking more for a father figure in his life, I guess to help stop some of that stuff at that time, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't know, you know, having my own kid, I didn't want nobody to, you know, reprimanding my kid like that. So it was hard to see it. So kids could sometimes be kind of tricky in a relationship, B. So
This is what I'm saying. And I remember my boy had a situation where he was in a relationship with a woman. He moved in with her. She had a couple of kids, and the kids got in between the relationship. And when I say the kids got in between the relationship, it's because it was always a conflict as far as him being the man of the house. because she had sons. You know, her sons weren't 4 or 5. These kids were like 18, 19 years old. And there were things, a lot of things that the kids were doing in the home that he wouldn't have been cool with his kids doing at that age. And he just felt uncomfortable. And like you said, the worst thing with that situation is when you're dealing with somebody else's children, you don't know what's okay as far as you checking them. Like, it takes a while for you to get comfortable in that place. You understand what I mean? So, yeah, kids could definitely get in between the relationship.
I'll tell you this too, real quick. I'm not gonna go into the whole story, but I could tell you with my mom and my stepdad, whenever we were coming up, and it was hard sometimes, especially when we got the teenage boys, right? And it was a time when we got into a real big thing in my house, me and my brother and my stepfather. And we was like, yo, leave him. You don't gotta be one of me
And
your
your mom took
sons.
his side.
And no, she didn't really take a side, but what she did when we had like family discussion, everybody came together, and she was mad with him and she was mad with us, and she said something else. Y'all want me to leave my husband, and y'all gonna grow up and y'all gonna leave, and I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? And who gonna be here with me? No, we never gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Right? We didn't never gonna leave you.
Nobody cares.
But you know what happened?
Y'all left.
We all left. And you know who stuck around?
He did.
He's still there. He's still there. Hey, but he was a good stepdad. I'm just saying we got into that that thing at that time. But
Yeah, but the kids don't give a fuck about none of
we
that
don't-
at that time, bro. They don't give, yo, bro, they don't want to hear none of that, man.
We didn't want to hear that with moms, man.
Nobody wants to hear that, bro.
We didn't want to hear that. And we was like, we gonna be with you forever. Man, listen, man.
Y'all don't even know life to speak life.
Yeah,
like,
man. So sometimes I do get it, but if it's an abusive situation too, that the
but
mother and father
a
has to leave the
That's
relationship.
a totally different dynamic.
Yeah, dynamic.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times kids run interference, bro.
Yeah, it could be.
That's the
different.
reality.
It could
Because
definitely
like
be
you
different.
said, especially when you're talking about a single mother and the children that used to having a mother to themselves, and now somebody comes into the equation where now they have to share their moms. Bro, kids don't be out here with that.
And what I will say is, I will say this to the parents that's out there, and that's are dating and seeing other people. You should have that conversation
With your children.
with your children. And I don't think it's nothing wrong to have, like, if I had a girl around my daughter, I have my daughter mother. I let them speak. Because I want to let her know that, yo, this is who's gonna be around your kid. Because I want to know the man that's gonna be around my kid. I don't never want my kid around no dude that I don't know. And I just me personally, I
Yeah,
don't
but
want.
that's still not realistic.
Well, it was realistic for me.
In
so,
in a perfect world, yes, you have that good relationship with your co-parent where they're gonna abide by those rules to introduce that person to you. But the truth is, in most co-parenting situations, it isn't even amicable, bro. You understand what I mean? So
I think it's what you make it. For me, I'm just telling you. For me, I was destined to make that happen, and for me to know who's gonna
Yeah,
be
but
around
that
my
was-
daughter
but
at
that
all
was-
times. And because see, I think sometimes in relationship, and it's not all cases. I'm just saying sometimes I think that girl, that guy might want each other still. I didn't want my daughter mother. Even we were great friends, but she didn't want me. I didn't want her.
And this is what I'm saying,
And
but that-
we were
but that-
cool. And
but see,
listen,
but that
I'm
was-
good.
that
But I
was-
want to know who's gonna be around my
But this
kid.
is exactly what I was going to say. That was important to you. Most times in those situations where two people split apart, there's still feelings there for one. And for two, everybody's prioritizing their emotions over the child.
Yeah, I hear you. And then maybe that was me. I just felt this important. I think sometimes you gotta have that conversation, especially if you're living with a person, somebody living in your space. I don't want a dude to be at that time living in my daughter mother's space, or they living together, and I don't know, have no conversation with this guy. I don't know him from Adam. Like, we gotta have a conversation, bro.
Yo, bro, I got a story, right? God bless the dead. God bless the dead, my daughter's moms. I remember the first time I met my daughter's mother's boyfriend, and this bothered me.
Bothered you what?
It bothered me because I went to the crib. I'm on the porch. She said she wanted me to meet her boyfriend. And he comes, what's up, whatever. You know, we introduce ourselves to each other. Ice cream truck roll up, and my daughter goes to him and asks him for ice cream. Oh my God, bro. And what that proved to me was, this is the first time you're introducing me to this man, but you had him exposed to my daughter for the longest. For her to be comfortable to this point, that the ice cream truck rolls up, and she thinks of
So
coming.
let me ask you a question. Do you think?
And me and listen and wait, and me and her had this conversation. Later on, we had this conversation, and I told her, I said, listen, I said, do I ever slack as a father? She said, no. I said, is there ever a thing that my child needs emotionally, physically, whatever it is, that I'm not there? She said, no, never. And I said, and I need you to understand that although you needed another man, my daughter did not need another father, right? And I need you to understand that when that time comes for my daughter to be walked down the aisle, it's only natural if this man is in your life for 20, 30 years, that my daughter may feel obligated to have him walk her down the aisle with me. But if I've always played my part, why do I need to share my throne?
No, I hear you.
It's not it's not fair, bro.
I hear you, but life ain't fair sometimes. And I would ask, I don't know the answer to this, right? I don't know in a relationship if you have who meets you. Do you introduce the significant other to the parent
You
first?
always
Hold on, time
do.
out. Or you introduce your kids, because I don't know which one comes. I don't know which one comes first.
I think you introduce the co-parent to your significant other. I think that's just a level of respect, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if that. I think you tell the co-parent, look, I'm gonna be introducing X, Y, and Z said kid to my lady.
But listen to what. But listen to
this
what.
weekend or
But
whatever the
listen.
case
But
may be,
listen.
and then you
Listen.
have, and
But,
then you gradually
but
work
listen.
into
But
meeting other
listen. But
people.
listen to what you said. You do not want to have a person around your child that you don't know.
No,
That
I
you've
agree.
never
No,
met.
I agree. No, I agree with that, but I think things in order. So if my daughter mother came to me and said at that time was like, look, I'm gonna introduce baby girl, introduce her to the guy I'm dealing with. Just want to give you a heads up. All right, cool. My next thing is cool. I'm cool with that when I'm gonna meet him. That's it. I don't have a problem
Yeah,
with that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have to.
No.
I don't have to meet him
And
at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
and I'm right
I
there.
just want the heads up. I just want to know.
And I'm right there with you. But I'm just saying, also as a father, I don't give a damn how long this man is in your life. He's never going to care about my child.
See,
He's never going to love my child the way that I do. Like, that's point blank, period.
I agree to a certain degree, but what I will say is, my mother. I remember when my daughter's stepfather came around, right? And me and Z cool, right? And
Me and Z cool too.
the first
Yo,
time,
Z, what up?
the first time, I'm not the first time, but the first real interaction he had, it was like at a birthday party. Like he was coming around, I met him already, but then he came to like a birthday party a couple months later, and he was mad cool. I think I told this before. He was mad cool, just playing around, dancing with the kids. But it was in my mother. My mother owned the daycare. Was at the daycare, and I'm like, why is he here? Like, and how he so comfortable? You know what I'm saying?
Because you a bitch ass nigga.
Whatever. And my mom pulled me aside. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for my mom. She pulled me aside. She was like, yo, I see you. And I know you upset. You know, you look like he having a good time here. But your daughter know who her father is, B. And you never got to worry about nobody ever taking your place or who her father is. And she said, go out there and go have a good time with your daughter. It's her day. Don't worry about nothing. That's her day. Don't spoil it and whatever. So I went back. I think my daughter like turning 4 something like that, and went back out there. And maybe later on that week, he came with my daughter mother to pick up from daycare. You know what I'm saying? Because I was by the daycare. He came, and she was going with her mother and him, and she's like, I want my daddy. And like she left her mother, and I'm like, yo, come here, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but
That took.
I got one question for you. How could you hate Z, bro?
No,
Hey, yo.
it's not. It's the same thing you just said.
Nah, I know what you said.
It was not personal at the time. We didn't have that relationship, but at that moment I understood.
realize-
I understood what my mother said. Nobody can never take my place as a father. As long as I do what I had to do as a father, as a dad, nobody can never take that place. So I was always.
I
me.
hear you.
You know what I mean? So
I hear
I never
you,
felt.
but
the
it
way.
still doesn't.
And he wound up loving
But
my
it's still,
baby girl.
it's still,
you know, like she is. So
it still doesn't take away from the respect factor. But in the same breath, I will tell you this, right? So I remember one Valentine's Day. I'm calling my daughter. On her mother's phone, she's not picking up. I'm calling my daughter. She's not picking up. I get a call like maybe 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. And it's like, and it's from her mom. And it's like, hey, yeah, I saw you were calling. I'm like, yeah. It was Valentine's. I was calling my daughter like telling her. She's like, yeah, my boyfriend took us out. Yo, I was pissed, right? But when I hung up the phone, I was so pissed. Yo, how this dude gonna take my daughter out on Valentine's Day? Blah blah blah. I couldn't get in touch with my daughter. But then once again, me being me, I always like to step back from a situation and ask myself, but what part did you play? And I had to be honest with myself, and I said, but Mo, if you would have told your daughter's moms that you wanted to take your daughter out for Valentine's Day, she would have never said no. She would have gave it to you. So don't be mad at that man for doing what you were supposed to do. You understand? And I swear to you, from that year forward, every year on Valentine's Day, I'd
Make
pick
sure
my
you
daughter up from school and I would
Some
take her to
lesson.
dinner. And it's so crazy because as much as I didn't dig dude, I was grateful for him because he taught me.
Nah, sometimes you gotta learn those lessons, right? And like I said, for me, my lesson was I didn't learn the lessons with my daughter like you did. I learned them from my pops. He wasn't just there for certain things, so I just always swear that I'm gonna be there for anything of if I had any kid. You know what I'm saying? So with my pops not being around, it made me
Yeah,
want to be
but
there.
it was the same thing with me, but along the way you still learn because there's things that you don't fathom
Excuse
because
me,
you
bro.
never had a child. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So there's things that your coat kind of gets pulled to that you realize like, yo, I didn't even think about this. You understand what I'm saying? And it was the same thing with the Valentine's Day thing. Like, I'm like, my baby's she's a baby. Like, okay, I'm just gonna call on Valentine's Day, say Happy Valentine's Day, but then I'm not thinking this dude gonna take my baby out. Like, what? you,
Yo, listen, I
you,
think I think all the way to last year, to my daughter was like 21, 22. She's still like, yo, when my Valentine's Day gift? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So
and it's so crazy because, like, bruh, I remember Valentine's Day, I rented a chauffeur-driven Escalade, picked Storm up from elementary school. We went to see, had something to eat. Like, you understand where I'm coming from? And I remember one Valentine's Day, I got Storm this Gucci teddy bear, and I posted a picture of her with her Valentine's Day balloons and the Gucci teddy bear on Instagram. And somebody commented like, "Oh, how much that bear cost? You spending all of that?" I said, "Listen, I don't give a damn what that bear do. All I got to do is make her smile. Like that's it.
nah. You
You
know,
you
listen.
understand? But once again, it's just to me, it's all about accountability, right? Not putting it on that man for whatever I lacked. You understand? Because I was pissed that this dude had the nerve to take my child out on Valentine's Day until I really had to step outside of myself and be like, yo, bro, don't be mad at him for doing what you should have did.
Listen, I tell dudes all the time. Only time you mad at another dude in your coming into your ex life with your children is when you ain't doing what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, like
So
don't
do
be
what you
mad at him
supposed to
for
do.
doing
You
what
ain't
you
gonna
should
feel
have
no way.
did.
You know what I
You know
mean?
what I
So
mean? Don't be mad at him
always
for
be a
doing what you
stand-up
should
dude, a
have did.
stand-up father when it comes to your kids.
And I'll say this, like, and I've learned so much from that situation, because even with my youngest daughter, and you know this, like, her brother's father was at our baby shower. Like, he made the mac and cheese. You understand what I'm saying? And even going,
Small mac and cheese.
and it's so crazy because even going into the situation, like my youngest daughter, her mom's was like, yeah, this. I'm like, nah, invite your daughter's father to the baby shower. And she's like,
Nah,
invite him to the baby shower. I'm like, yeah, like, yo, listen, I love his kids to death. You understand what I'm saying? He shows my daughter all the love in the world. There's no reason why this shouldn't be cool between
oh
us.
no. I don't believe
You
in that.
you get because for me the children are what's most important, and the kids pick up on that energy, bro. They pick up on that tension. You understand? And I want that because you put the kids in a tough position because when the parents are in opposition, the kids feel like they got to pick a side, bro.
You'll move on, but you'll be a father to your kids out there, man. Moral of the story, man. You know what I'm saying? And kids do break up relationships, so be careful who you
And
date.
date mature women and date mature men,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you know
And have a conversation. And I don't think people should run. The last thing I say about this, I see a lot of people like, I wouldn't date a woman with kids, or I wouldn't date a man with kids. I don't think that's the issue. I think the person, you find out what the
Yep.
person is about, how they raise their children and stuff like that before you make those type of decisions.
Because I will say this, I have amazing children, and I won't take credit for it. God has blessed me with amazing kids, and one thing that I will say is, no matter who comes into my life, my children are my kids are so welcoming to everybody. Like, it's so weird. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Sometimes I think they like the other people more than they like me. It's
They ain't like their father, that's why. But anyway,
yeah, but go ahead.
like I was saying real quick, I want to get into these other quick stories, so we gotta get out of here because we spend a little bit too much time with y'all. But nah, never that. Real quick, I saw what I was talking about. Oh, Chance the Rapper was at Carnival in Jamaica.
Oh, I saw
the
that.
video.
And he danced, and people were mad.
People was made mad at him for being at Carnival for catching a wine.
Catching a wine. No, because he slapped the butt. They
slapped
said it wasn't the
no,
wine.
no,
It
people
was because he
say-
slapped the
people
butt.
say it was the dance and the slap. Catching a wine at Carnival. My personal opinion, you can tell me yours, but my personal opinion, I come from the West Indies, and Carnival, I remember being on Eastern Day Parkway Parade. I didn't know who was married. I didn't know who had a girlfriend. I didn't know who nothing. And you catch a wine on the float. I never saw the girl again.
You know what's funny? I've been on the inverse of that, right? Years ago, my ex went to Trinidad for Carnival. And when she came back,
She go laughing.
yo, bruh, she showed me these videos. And dudes is just, and I'm like, what is this? Like, yo, what is this?
I wouldn't care though. I'm telling you.
No, I'm like, and she's like, no, that's just the way it is out there. Like,
It's Carnival, man.
nah.
Tico, talk
And
to Carnival, man.
no,
We be asking Tico. Tico go to Carnival all the time.
I understand.
It's culture.
Listen, I understand it now, but I don't know if I understand it now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
To me, it's culture. For me,
I don't know.
When you go to Carnival, and like I said, you go to Carnival, you go to Eastern
I don't know.
Parkway
I don't
Parade,
think. I don't. I
you go
honestly.
to, Caravana.
Caravana. If I have to be totally honest, I don't know if I'm cool with that.
Yeah, to me.
And listen, and I'm not an insecure man. I'm not a jealous dude. I just don't know if
I
I'm
don't know
cool
what
with
you
that.
think is gonna happen if your girl go out
It has
there
nothing to do with
and
what-
she got the flowers on her and she got the bikini. It
It has nothing to do with it going further,
jump
bro.
up, pop out, way up, pop.
Nah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
It's
okay,
gonna go down,
but
son.
do you have to do that?
Listen, man, no.
This
you
is
don't,
what I'm
but
saying. Do you have to do that?
That's what's mostly happened, Tico. You got to be honest with the
Because isn't that a choice?
huh?
You don't have to do it.
But what's happening 90% of the time? Don't tell me what you don't have to. Tell me what happened 90%.
It's an honest dance.
Thank you.
It's nothing.
It's an honest dance.
So-
with a man poking his wee on your pee.
Nah. We be on your people. That sound kind of crazy. That sound kind of crazy.
Seems like that to you.
You know what I always say? Don't make. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. All right, but check this out.
All the time.
This-
And they don't
this is-
understand that.
This
Like,
is, but this is.
you
what
gotta
I'm-
be a part of the
this is
culture
what
to
I'm
understand
always-
that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But this is what I'm always saying. I always say, don't make me look stupid.
Listen, let me ask you. Let me see.
gotta trust
Time
your
out.
woman.
You gotta trust your woman.
Of course.
And if you don't trust your woman, then you don't have trust in your relationship. And my woman go on a girls trip and she out and she happen to go to Carnival and she go out there and do what she gotta do. Guess what? And she dancing with a guy in Carnival. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. So if you dancing with a girl and she catch a wine and she out on Carnival, it's a wine. You keep it going, bro. Like it's innocent. And you've been on the Parkway. I know you've been on the Parkway.
I've been on Parkway multiple times.
How many times you caught a wine on the Parkway, bro?
Okay, multiple.
You know you took one of them girls' number?
Listen.
You don't even know them.
Sometimes I did.
I didn't take nobody's number. I ain't staying.
Never.
It's too much stuff
Never.
going on the floor.
Never.
For me to stop and go, yo, give me a number.
Hold on, never.
Huh?
Never.
No.
You've never took a number
No,
on the
not
Parkway.
on the floor. I usually catch them like while we walking or doing something like that. Talking about the catch a wine.
No,
you gotta run down the floor.
Listen,
Like, nah,
I hear you, and I don't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's not part of the culture. I'm not saying it's not a honest dance, but me as a man, the respect part of me, bro.
I'm
not cool with some man
Listen.
daggering my woman up, bro,
Listen,
and
time
her
out.
cocking her ass up for him.
Listen,
No.
let me tell you this. The other night I went out to this Cuban spot, right?
And wait. And
let me
not
finish,
wait.
cut
I
you
just
off
want to say
again.
one thing.
Go ahead.
And you have to understand, my issue with the situation isn't me thinking he's gonna fuck her later. It's, to me, that act is disrespectful.
Nah, I don't care about that. Like I said, for me, I went out to this Cuban spot the other day. And you know, Spanish people, they dance, they Caribbean too, but they got the little, they sexy with it. They mad close, and it was different people getting up off different tables that didn't know each other. You could tell people was husband, wife, and they go catch a dance on the dance floor.
No, I get it.
Come back, and even to me, the way they were dancing was sensual.
But let me put you on
this
this.
is sexy, like, you know what I'm
let me put
saying?
you on. I'm not Spanish.
No, I hear you. But to me, once again, I don't find nothing wrong with it. If you dancing, you going back to your husband and sitting at the table. Like, it is what it is. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, some people swing.
I don't know about no swinging, man.
Bro,
it is what it is, B. I watch Dancing with the Stars. They be dancing with mad stars, all the sensei merengue, and all that. It's not a job. It's a contest, and they doing the same thing, and they got wifeys and all that. Listen.
I hear you, but
You know what I mean?
I'm just me personally. I'm not with it. I don't want my woman getting daggered up by some man and cocking her ass up.
Listen, man, you gotta be more secure, man. But
no, it has nothing to listen. And this is what I need you to understand. It has nothing.
It's insecurity, bro.
Listen,
whatever you say.
Listen.
However you slice it,
no,
bro.
I'm trying to break it down to you. It has nothing.
Yo,
bro, I'm not a
bro.
jealous dude. It has nothing to do
man,
with insecurity.
Like
in my mind, I cannot rationalize why my woman would want to be cocking her ass up with another man poking his midsection on her rear end. It doesn't make sense to me.
When you catch
and wait, and you say this all the time.
What I say?
You say this all the time. The reason you think this way is because it's cultural. So why can't you say that the reason they're okay with that is because that's their culture?
We've been saying that from the beginning.
Let me
We've been saying that from the beginning.
Let me finish. It is not my culture. But because it's not my culture.
It is your culture.
Let me finish. It is not my culture.
It is your culture.
And you're telling me that
it is your culture.
That because I'm not cool with it, I'm insecure. No, it's just not my culture.
But it is your culture.
I'm not Trinidadian.
You got to be Trinity. Any part from
Haitians don't do it.
They do it.
Haitians don't do it.
And they do it with Copa
No, they don't. Haitians are very jealous. Haitians don't do it, bro.
Whatever, bro. All right, I'll be with a bunch of Haitians on the Parkway too. But back to your Haitians. We're gonna talk about Haitians anyway. Well, speaking about some Haitian folks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, what's up with your man Pras, man? They said he been working with the feds. He just got found guilty on 10 counts, me.
Ready or not, he's a rat.
So wait a minute, how you gonna be a rat and still go to jail? Like, he didn't do the rat thing? Like, I don't understand. How you gonna be both? Like, what happened? I don't know what's going on, bro. I just thought.
Ready or not, he's a rat.
That's all you got to say.
That's all I gotta say. He's a rat.
Stop, I say the prize, man.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, he was ratting on high level MFers, but I don't put nothing past nobody. Once a rat.
Always a rat. They say they was like moving around hundreds of millions
always,
of dollars.
I know we live in a different day and time where, all depending on what you ratted over, people give you grace. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, I heard I heard it was crazy, man.
All depending on what you ratted over or who you ratted on, people give you grace. I'm not one of those people, bro. You know, because at the end of the day, you betrayed people. You came into a space pretending to be one thing and being manipulative. Like, bro, you're the lowest form of scum on this earth, bro.
I get it, man. Big up the prize, well, I guess I don't know.
Big up the what?
Big up the prize, well, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with prize. That was kind of crazy. The Fuji became really a refugee nigga out there, man. I don't know what's happening, bro. It's
crazy.
I don't know. But I seen this interesting interview, man, and I tell people this about me all the time. I was watching those Skino Sparks from Rockefeller, and he was basically just saying if he had $1 billion, he couldn't have $1 billion because he wouldn't feel right if he had $1 billion. Like, he would give a lot of stuff away and help a lot of people.
Shit, the niggas ain't got $1 billion say.
Nah, but I'm just telling you. And I say a lot of times, I was doing a deal the other day, right? And it's so, because with me, I'm like a fair dude. I'm always want to see my peoples eat. I always want to make sure everybody taken care of. I've always been that guy, so I can see that. If I can't see myself, it was funny. I went to the store the other day. Tico sent me to the Spence restaurant the other day. I went in there it was yesterday. They was eating food. It was a Tigo was what you call it, sent me in there, and somebody came in there. They just needed food, like, and I ain't have the, you got a credit card. This place Tony took cash, and I gave up my cash to make sure they got food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always doing shit like that. Like I'm always gonna give, and I always want to share the wealth.
But let me tell you something. You think $1 billion comes easy?
I'm not saying that it comes.
Yes.
I'm not telling you that it comes.
I'm
I
asking.
think every dollar.
Can you
listen,
just?
bro,
Can you just?
I just
can
gave
you
you my
just,
answer. You always want me to give you your
yes
answer.
or no?
Bro.
That's all
I
I'm
don't
asking.
think no money don't
do you
come
think,
easy.
Do you
period.
think $1 billion comes easy?
I don't think no money comes easy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So in the journey to get to $1 billion, whoever it is that's acquired it, bust their ass. Because I mean that doesn't happen in one move. You don't go
That's
from
not true.
You don't go from 0 to $1 billion.
That's not true though, because people inherit
Okay,
money all the
unless
time.
you're talking about somebody who won the lotto, or unless you're
inherit
talking.
those, yeah,
Okay,
there's different ways you get
all
money,
right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
what I'm saying is, under normal circumstances, when we're speaking, remember, nothing is an absolute, but we're speaking always as far as the majority. So when we're talking about the majority of billionaires, it doesn't happen in one fell swoop. You don't go from 0 to $1 billion, correct?
No, go ahead. Make your point. You
Okay,
gotta
and
ask
my point is, when someone, first of all, the journey from 0 to $1 billion. Sometimes last 10 years, sometimes last 20 years, sometimes last 5 years. But it is a journey, right? It is a struggle. It is losses, successes. It is until you get to that point. So with that point, when that person finally reaches that accolade that they've been striving for, why should they feel guilty for it, bro?
I don't think that's what he was saying.
No,
I'm just thinking I would be more of a philanthropist.
And
I'll be donating a lot of money.
And once
to
again,
a lot
things
of
that people that don't have $1 billion or aren't billionaires say.
That's not
and
true.
this is
because your heart could be in the right place. You don't have to have $1 billion to know. You could have been giving
Yo,
away
bro,
hundreds. You could have been giving away thousands.
let me tell you the reality.
That's not true.
Let me tell you the reality.
That's the most stupid.
The biggest fallacy is that money changes people. Money doesn't change people, first and foremost. Money magnifies who you are. Money magnifies who you are. If you're generous, you're going to be more generous with money.
So guess what? Like,
if you're cheap or you're selfish, you're going to be more selfish with money.
I agree with that.
So at the end of the day, there are many people who are billionaires who help people, so many people. You understand
I was making a point to.
That's what I understand. No, because remember, the first thing you said is he said he couldn't be a billionaire.
He couldn't be a billionaire because he would just have to help so many people, and I feel that sentiment. I almost feel like sometimes if now.
So why couldn't he be a billionaire? I don't understand.
Right now, I probably would know better. But if I was early in my early days and had that much, I remember when Hammer was taking care of so many people. Mm-hmm. He was taking care. So people still talk about.
And what happened?
And he got broke.
Okay.
Right?
And how many people could he help after he got broke?
Hold on. He couldn't help anybody. But listen to what I'm saying to you. I feel like there's genuine people sometimes that feel like that, but you have to learn through like a hammer mistakes. Like I can't move that way. But I do feel like there are people that, and I feel like I want everybody to win.
You know what's the greatest thing you can do as a good person?
What's that? Let me hear what your greatest
thing.
Take
care of yourself. And I'm going to tell you why.
Well, take care of yourself then, bro.
No, listen, understand what I'm saying. The greatest thing you can do as a good person is take care of yourself. Because you can't take care of nobody unless you're taken care of.
Yeah, but some people may not think they need $1 billion to take care of themselves. Some people want to take other people.
The more you have, the more people you can help. No, that's not
true, and that's a false thing. Because some people
So you're telling me
money doesn't mean everything, bro.
The more you have, the more people you can help is a false thing?
No, more you have.
Because to me, that's
the more you have, more money you have, the more you can take care of yourself.
The more money you have, the more people you can take care of. That's false?
No, that's correct.
This is what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, listen, take care of you. Especially if you're a good person, the greatest thing you can do is take care of you.
See,
because
the
reason look, and this is something I know, right? And this is something you know. Yo, if I'm good, wait, just listen to what I'm saying. And you can attest to this. Yo, if I'm good, everybody around me's good. True or false? Can you say that?
Yes. And that's the point. That's the bigger point I think he was getting to. Because if I'm good, I don't want to be rich by myself.
So if he's a billionaire, then everybody around him is more than straight. That's why I'm saying that.
I hear what you say.
It's an oxymoron.
No, it's not really an oxymoron. No, it's not true. It's not true because there's people that got money that living that same type of life right now, bro. and we all could dream. And I'm never a dream killer. First, you got to be able to see that you could even get $1 billion. You got to put yourself in that thought process. If you can't even put yourself in that thought process, you can't even work to go get it because you can't even see yourself where you need to be at. So I applaud brothers that can see themselves getting to a certain plateau.
He can't see himself because he said he could never be a billionaire.
When I'm saying seeing himself get to a billionaire so he can spread the wealth.
But he just said he could never see himself being a billionaire.
The bigger point that I want to get to is a lot of us get to where we got to get to, and we don't spread the wealth with our friends and our family and the people that are around us or our communities so we can make our communities even bigger and better. And we can be the top of the food chain. And we can leave legacies for our kids.
No, but that's not what I take from that.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna tell you what I take from it. What I take from it is the same thing I see my son going through, right? If you're doing good, that means you shouldn't be affluent. You shouldn't be wealthy. You shouldn't be successful. That's what I wait.
How you got that from that?
Because if a man says, yo, I couldn't be a billionaire because if I'd be giving away to too many people, why can't you be a billionaire and still have helped? Wait, hold on. And
I think that's just how you took it, but okay.
No, and when my son was here, my son said that, like, yo, so because I'm an activist and because I help the people, does that mean that I can't be successful? I can't make money?
That's not what the brother said, bro. You take it in and go somewhere. Maybe you got to watch it and then come back with a different opinion. Because I don't even know how you go so hard on something that you didn't watch. I'm just telling you, I'm paraphrasing what somebody said.
I love the way Styles moves goalposts, bro.
Man, I don't move the goalposts, bro. I love the way you just be making up your own shit. But look, man, this is Brooklyn Boyz Radio, man. Another episode with it. We see y'all people next week, man.
Yo.
Make sure
what Steezy?
Tico! Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to all your friends and your people, man.
And if y'all ain't realize that Styles is annoying as.
That's
a 4-lettered word.
Yo, man.
Foxo!
Yo, Suave. You a piece of shit. You legendary, you not legendary.
Yo.
All right, and we out.
Brooklyn, out.